Hey guys, what's up? This is Scott with KC Blade Drip. And here we go again, doing what we do, talking about those knives, enjoying another day, waking up, being able to work and enjoy what we have each day, freedoms. Wanted to I know the title, and I found out just a little while ago, actually, on Instagram, that any of you guys that may know Elijah Isham, he's a knife maker, a designer. He's had some really, really unique collaborations and some different knives that he's kind of came together with. And I found out kind of shockingly that in a post that he had passed away. So I did some research just to kind of see if, because I know he was young. I think he was 27 years old. And apparently, I think it was in Ohio on the 4th, May 4th of 2022, that there was some type of an accident from what I gathered, and I'm just going strictly from what I read. This is nothing. I'm not adding anything to this. In fact, this isn't about him as a person. That's not at all what this is about. All I'm stating is there was some type of an accident. Cars were turned over on the highway. I guess police approached. He was upside down in a vehicle. Police had approached his vehicle. I guess allegedly they said he had pointed or had a weapon, a firearm that he pointed, and then it ended, or the incident resulted in his death. And I think it was in Ohio. So I don't know anything else. I haven't read a ton on it, but what a tragic, tragic loss to the knife community. And I wanted to state that before I got into kind of doing a little bit of a show and tell type deal here, because I always was looking forward and kind of checking out some of his bizarre work. And here's the knife. It's the Aracus, the Wee Aracus. As you can see, you've got his mark here on the knife. And so it says Isham. And what a wild design. So I just wanted to kind of make the very beginning, just the first 3, 4, 5 minutes or whatever of this video, just saying that it's a tragic loss, guys. It just goes to show you how special, how short, how quickly life can disappear. We got to love and live every minute to the fullest. And he left something for us, guys. Whether you like the style of knife or not, he left something for us that we can appreciate and I can look at anytime I want to, and it wouldn't be here. This wouldn't be in my hand if it wasn't for at least him designing this knife. So all other things about him, I don't care about all the other little things. Just his work and his contributions to the knife community were tremendous, and may he rest in peace, guys. So anyways, with that, I'll put this away and we'll move on to a quick show and tell that I had. If you'd like, check out my Instagram. I've got some pretty unique stuff that I put on there, trying to use my amateur photography skills. And so if you're on there, give me a follow. And then, well, I've always, you know what to do. You got the little thumb. You can like my video. You can subscribe to the channel where we give the 150% guarantee that I am 100% right over 50% of the time. So we're sprinting to excellence here. Every knife has a story. I like to try to bring that story out, at least get that started so that we can enjoy our time together and learn and listen and just again, loving on our knives and loving life. So today, I wanted to do something a little different, and I might every week or so. Most of the knives that I bring are going to be knives, or that I talk about that I enjoy, are going to be my knives that I collect, that I'm really interested into, that I put thought, study, research maybe, and I like the designs or different reasons. Mainly going to EDC, everyday carry type, a lot of the newer things, slash maybe a little bit older. But I've got a friend, he goes by Bagman. No, it's not, you know, oh man, backyard knife dude. It's not, I'm the Bagman, you know, I'm not going to drive the car and drop the, no. This guy, he is a friend of mine, and he's got quite an extensive knife collection. I mean, lots of really old stuff, you know, 70s or before even, 80s, just kind of off the wall. Stuff that I don't have as part of my collection. I probably never would, but he loans me some of his knives, and what I want to do is just touch base with you on some of the maybe knives he has, and just show them to you, give my thoughts and let you look at them. That would be something a little bit different than what I typically would be doing or bringing to you. So, oh, and Death Wish coffee, man, that stuff, I'm telling you, that it brings out the lion or the tiger in me. Hopefully no copyright infringement on that, but yeah, that stuff is good. If it wasn't for that, I'd be sleeping right now. So Death Wish coffee, definitely love it. And onward we go. So, bring a little special box here. The first knife that I want to talk about, it's a buck knife. Now, he put this in this particular sheath when, in fact, this knife that I'm talking about, I don't know why in the world it would come in this sheath, because this is a, in my opinion, not a high quality sheath. Not going to talk bad about it, but it's just a nylon sheath, and it just doesn't seem. I've never really been a fan of these types of sheaths, but this particular knife, it's a little bit of a special knife. Now, he's used it, so I'm not sure exactly, and I'm not very knowledgeable, to be honest with you, about buck knives. I don't necessarily think that I really have any. My dad used to have a few buck knives. They are mainly known for being kind of an outdoor company for hunting, fishing, doing outdoor type things. And so I think this particular is like known as a skinning, maybe bushcraft type knives. And this particular knife, I may be wrong, but I think this still is produced. In fact, I think all the knives I'm just going to show you that he had given me and asked me to talk about, I think all of these are still produced. This one was from Buck Knives. It was started in 1902. Some of this stuff, I'm just kind of winging it because you guys know how I am. I'm not going to read stuff off of a piece of paper or whatever, although I may jot down notes that say do this or buy this or something. But Buck Knives started in 1902. It is a family-run business. Chuck Buck, who was the CEO and I believe, head of the company for several years, which until recently, and I'm not sure when, another Buck has kind of taken over the CEO position, but back during the 80s, he was the CEO of Buck. And he did, to my understanding, a lot of signings of various knives, different models, types. I could find places where knives that he had signed were for sale on folders or fixed blades. So I don't necessarily think that it was something that was tremendously like exclusive. But this particular knife is fascinating because he did sign this. It was some type of an engraving that he did with it, because you can touch it. And the guy that gave me this knife, he had his hands on it too, touching it. So I'm not going to feel like that I'm doing a no-no or anything. Because here, let's just wipe it clean. I always try to take care of my blades. But so Chuck Buck signed this. This is 02, as you can see. There were 100, I was told, that were actually signed of this particular knife back in the 80s when he did this. I didn't see any type of a certificate or anything with it, but I thought that that was a neat touch, that he had actually signed with an engraver this particular knife, and that it was 02, which is like the second one. So as the bagman said, 01 may be with an owner of the company or something. I have no idea. Again, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, guys. And so, I mean, very comfortable. It's just, very simple. Like I stated, it's, basically for hunting, fishing, just outdoor work. Buck has a great reputation, and extremely sharp. Great looking knife. They've been in the business so long, guys. I love the Bowie, not to be confused with David Bowie, type of little, I don't know, clip point, or the way that the blade is designed here, the satin finish. Now they do use, I believe on this one is a 602C. Most of their steels, to my understanding, are not like a heavy duty, like super steel, but they very doable. Again, I'm not an expert by any means, so I'm not gonna be able to talk to you about this actual steel and stuff. So this is one of the knives I kind of wanted to talk about and just show off a little bit today. I know we're coming up. Today is what, May 6th. So it's a Friday. A couple days we've got Mother's Day coming up. So anyways, that was this knife. And then another one that he had loaned me here just to kind of show off. This is also same style. The handle's a bone handle. He assured me that all of his Buck knives are knives that he has in his collection, which is extensive. It's all real. This is, real bone here. So, .102 looks like it was stamped. Same style blade. I don't know, let's just, for the heck of it, I mean, since I'm kind of looking at the same type of knives here, let's just real quickly get a measurement just so I can learn and see how long these things. It's 3.5 cutting blade, and then you have a little area here that is going to add some more actual, I don't know if they consider that blade length here, but let me see if the other one is the same size. They look like they're pretty darn close. Yeah, 3.5. And then it goes 4 to the base of the blade there. The handles, little under 4 inches, about 3 3/4. And then on this one, it looks like it's 4 1/8. So very similar in size, probably in use as well. Very good to carry. Again, this is the sheath, the nice leather sheath that he had gotten to carry this knife in, which even though it's signed, he does carry it. So here was the sheath he used. This is the one that the other knife came in that that he carries his other knife in. So he had given me these two knives just to kind of show off, you know, bring us back to Buck, because Buck is a pioneer, all right, in the knife industry, and I'm going to make it a point to look at and, you know, just check out some more Buck knives, because I would definitely, they've got a couple of folders too that I'm interested in, and even their fixed blades, there are a couple that are, I mean, they're pretty snazzy, at least in my opinion. So, and that's why we're watching this, because it's all my opinion, pretty much. So that was a couple of knives here. Let's take a quick look at, we had some little, almost I would consider gentleman style pocket knives. Now, let me just kind of, OCD tends to kick in a little bit. Now, one of these, which is the Kershaw Leak, I've done a review on mine. Mine was a pretty good, darn good user. This is actually one of the best little pocket knives to carry as far as form and function and size and comfort and the blade. I love Kershaw. Kershaw puts out some darn good knives. They really do. So as you can see, I'm not going to go into great detail. In fact, some of these knives here, I don't know a lot of information on them. This is more just kind of showing them off to you, letting you take a quick look at these knives, because there's something that I don't have in my collection. And yeah, so it's a Ken Onion design. You can take a look. It's a liner lock. You've got your pocket clip that you can move to either side, tip up or tip down, but you cannot carry it left-handed. So here's this one. This here is Kershaw Ken Onion design. This one says made in China. Okay. Don't know much about this. It's a Ken Onion design. 1640, and it says vapor. This is only for tip down. Stainless steel handle. This is a frame lock. You've got the bubbles here, or the holes milled, cut into the handle, and the clip kind of to match it, probably for weight reduction, as well as some design. You've got jimping down here in the bottom. This is actually where the frame is going to slide over and lock it into place. We can move back and forth. You've also got your deployment here with your thumb stud. Stamped on the blade, Kershaw. You've got an open design here, flow through. You're not going to have stuff just get wedged or stuck inside. It's kind of a small, same type of knife as the Leak. You can tell same designer. Looks like a handy little pocket knife. We'll go to this one. Now this one, he told me, this is by Case, which another, you know, just like Buck, this is a company that has been around a long time. My dad used to carry a Case knife. This particular knife, I believe his girl had, he said in 2019, towards the end, about Christmas time, his brother had passed, and that's when he remembered he had got this knife around Christmas at 2019. This is a bone handle. It's been dyed. And special, this was special ordered, this color, in this particular type of design, you know, with the handle. You got your Case logo here. USA. And man, it's got some small information in there, and even with my glasses on, I wore them today. I was a smart dude and still couldn't quite read that. But this is a very special knife. He says that he carries this damn near daily in his pocket. I like it because it's simple, it's small, it's light. And this is mainly what a lot of people, as far as this design, have carried for many, many years. No clip or anything. You just basically have a blade, a simple blade. You can look inside here. Nice and smooth. Ergonomics are good. Just fits in your hand the way it should. You know, just a small little pocket knife to carry. Very easy. Then the last one here we've got, this is also, I'm trying to see, USA. Yeah, Case, and I think this was like an XX maybe. It's got all of these. Like I said, this is my real first time kind of looking at them. I'm not going to, you know, as I like to learn and see and take a look at knives, you guys that are watching may be a lot more familiar with what I'm looking at, because I wouldn't myself, you know, necessarily go out and look for, really, I probably on my own wouldn't buy or get these, not because they're bad at by any means. In fact, to the contrary, these are classics. These are beautiful, beautiful knives. I thank the Bagman so much, buddy, for bringing these to me. Like I said, he's got some other high-end, high-dollar stuff that he said he will periodically just maybe let me review, talk about, and show you guys. And these were just a few of, including these knives, are just a few that he had brought over to me that I took a look at that were special. So I appreciate, if you guys are still with me, appreciate you taking time to watch with me. And again, my thoughts are on Elijah Isham, who passed on the 4th of May. Thank you so much. We want to hug a vet, remember those that serve this great country, the reason we get up every day, and that we're at every moment we're free and we have the choices that we have without fear, and that we can carry a knife or do as we wish most of the time with things is because guys gave everything, women gave everything. There were some great people, and are great people. Also love our furry little babies, the ones that, well, they're furry or not furry. Our pets are people too. I love them. You know, make sure they're spayed and neutered, and watch them. There's just so many that don't have homes right now or that are abused, and those little guys, big guys, whichever it may be, they're special as well. So thanks so much. I've got some unboxings I got to do, guys, and I got some other stuff I got to talk about. So I'm probably going to, over the next day, I've got some eye surgery that's going to happen. So kind of seeing how that happens later today will decide where I go. Like if I jump on here, you know, really soon tomorrow and bring another video or not. So anyways, take it easy. This is Scott with KC Blade Drip. I'm out.